I'm back. I needed to do a little organizing. Let me move these canvases, which I should have done before. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm very excited. I feel like I'm 1,000% more organized. These things off. So today I'm gonna do my next series. So the first one I did was very blue, lots of blue, and then the second one was very reds and oranges, and I absolutely, considering that I'm not a red or an orange person, I really loved it. So now I think I'm gonna do, because I'm also gonna use the same colors in a coaster and a hot plate set. So I'm kind of just going along with those themes. Just taping the back here, which sometimes I remember to do, like today. I'm just gonna videotape it just in case anybody out there doesn't do this. And all quite honestly, you know, a lot of times the paint does bleed through, and I guess, and it probably isn't necessary, because I am gonna, gonna back the canvases when I sell them, and I'm gonna, if I sell them, but even for myself, or even give them as gifts. I don't know what I'm doing yet, because I'm too new. But a lot of people have said, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. So to some extent, I might be definitely selling them. And a couple of these, I didn't do the push pins in the back. And I have to tell you, when it dries, I did regret that. So, because there's inevitably going to be paint on the back here. And when I bring it to the drying area, it's just much easier when I do have the push pins in here. So that is something that I will be doing from now on for sure. And see, I do that every time, and then I get paint that's on my thing. All right, so let's get going. So I am still in the mode of not going to use silicone. I think I'm saying it wrong. So if anybody is watching these, which I know a few people are, and I'm very excited about that, and I want to say hi, so I'm not the only single person watching my own stuff. So that has made me very happy that a few people out there watch and even comment. So I very much so appreciate that. But if I'm saying it wrong, will you tell me? Because I think I am. Because sometimes I find myself saying silicone, and sometimes I say silicone, like when I listen to it, and I'm like, oh, you dope, you are saying it wrong, and people are gonna make fun of you. But I know you guys aren't gonna do that. So this is paint. This is my white paint that is thick. It does get thick when it sits for a little while, so I gotta put some water in there. So I actually watched somebody's video, and I'm gonna find it and post it in the comments with this one, who was showing how to tell if your paint is the right consistency. And she said you put a stick in, and when you go like this, if the paint doesn't drip off the sides, and if you go like that and the paint doesn't fill in that, actually I forget that I have two cameras going. So, and it doesn't fill into that place that you pulled, then it's the right consistency. Now, this I think is still too thick. See how it also has to like pour off the stick. So I'm gonna put water in here and in here, and every video that I have watched talks about doing that slowly, like add water slowly to it. Now, I don't need both sticks here, so I'm gonna pick one. And these bamboo sticks, I love them. Love them, okay? Big fan. I'll put the link to the bamboo sticks. I don't get anything from, I don't have an Amazon store or anything like that, so I'm just finding things that I truly love and just make the process easier and sharing it. I don't think I'll ever get to the point that I have that many people looking that I would even remotely need an Amazon store. Okay, see, that's still a bit too thick. All right. Last night, I gotta tell you, I was like dreaming about doing this next one because I'm just so happy with how the other ones came out that I just want to finish the series. There we go. Okay. This is the right consistency. Now, let's see. It's not falling off the stick. And it's not really filling it in. Yay! All right, so let's do this one. I have a little water beading on the top. And also what you noticed is that when you make your paints and then they sit for however long you have them sit, that the Floetrol will float to the top. So this is white acrylic paint. It's the Michaels acrylic pour paint. And 1 part paint, 1 part Floetrol, and then water. No silicone, whatever that word is in it. Because again, I'm trying to get away from that because I want my canvases to dry quicker. And like you can, you know, search on YouTube and on Google, and there's just as many people that use the silicone. I think it's silicone. I'm going to go with that for the rest of the day. That doesn't use it. And because I'm going to finish the painting with either varnish or, I'm not sure, that's the other thing I have to start researching, like whether to use varnish or whether to use art resin. I've, you know, seen both, but the varnish seems like you can get the gloss. And as long as you're just careful with the paint brushes, like marks, the paint marks, you're good to go. So, all right, this one might be a little thicker, so we're going to start with that one. Okay, so let's decide colors. I think I'm gonna lean in to a purple. I'm gonna use this purple. Got a little gold left. Let's see, can we, okay, good. We can see it with that, and we can sort of see it with that. Can I move this over? There, okay. Purple. I have this beautiful light purple. I have this dark purple. Bring some pink in. That's an old pink. I'm going to have to mix that up. And then I think the last one in the series, I'm going to put those 3 together. And I think that the last one will probably, because if I did blues, reds, this is purple. Either I'll do the last one like a more yellow or more green. I don't know. I have to figure that part out. So let's... So this one definitely has silicone in it. And that is still a good consistency. So here's the other problem. The reason why I want to stay away from the silicone is you're supposed to put a couple drops in and just kind of do that. But since I still use my paint, I still mix it. The problem is going to be that every time you mix it, the cells will get smaller. So while I don't have a problem, and I know I've said this a few times, I really don't have a problem with small cells at all. At the same time, it would be nice to get some big ones. So I'm going to do a little bit of black here into it. And that's blue. I'm going to stay away from the blue. I do think I think that's the purple I used. Yeah, that is the purple I used. I organized my paints here that I have. And okay. I think, oh, this isn't even this is a metallic paint. So let's do a mixture of this. Actually, no, this is light. I should have probably mixed that up a little bit more. Now remember, all my paints are pretty old. Yeah, that's different. Okay, perfect. They're old paints that I've had for a few years now. Because so this is Folk Art Metallic color. Plum. So you shake up the Floetrol every single time. A lot of shake, because that gets gross and cloggy. And I think I'm going to be able to finish. Yeah. Actually, I still have a little left, but actually I could probably do a little bit more because that didn't. There. I only have a smidge left in that. And then you mix this really carefully. And again, I feel like please don't take me as a pro at all. I've been doing this for 3 weeks. That's it. Now, I mean, I used to be an abstract artist and have done a few gallery shows and sold pieces. But I've never done this. I never used Floetrol. I mean, I've used paint extender, like a golden or Liquitex, like if I was doing a pretty big painting that I wanted the paints to mix on the canvas. So I have a little experience in this, and I'm just telling you what I've learned so far to hopefully help you maybe cut out that 3 weeks of non-experience. Sorry, I just realized that everything is moving around. All right. This feels very fluid, and it's pouring off the stick. So let's go in here. It's really not dropping, and let's go like that. And it is filling, but there's still an empty space, so I think that's good. Okay. So, and I'm sorry that my dog is, as usual, being a loudmouth in the background. I'm not going to pause. So I don't know how this is going to be because this is very old. We're going to test this on a paper towel. That's kind of how I do it. Oh, Cleo! Thank you. But when I shake it, it is liquid in here. I believe I had opened it. Yep. Sometimes I luck out where... Okay. So how I test my own paste is you could tell it'll be like all broken and gross. So this is not that. I just want to get a nice light pink color. Oh, shh, stop. Don't let me get the water bottle. That's what I do with my dogs. I spray. I have a water bottle that I spray on them. They're not very happy, but it does get them to stop barking. And it's only it sounds like somebody's like hammering outside, so I don't know if you can hear that. But she wants to go outside and yell at that person. This was perfect. Look, see? Perfect. All right, so I'm going to stop this because I don't want any of the crazy goo that's in there to come out. Stir, 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 stir. Scrape the sides. Get it. Oh, this is such a pretty color. I know it says soft pink, I think, right? Soft pink. Oh, this is Soft Body Pale Portrait Paint. Stop it. I would have used this for when I painted faces. This would probably is my background to start it. Ooh, lots of water. Usually I do much less. Do like a little drop at a time and mix it in. But some people have like a recipe of like 55 or 60% paint, and then the rest, you know, 40, 45 is water. I definitely don't put that much, stop it. I don't put that much water in it. Okay, so that is falling off very well. Actually, not that well. Let me put a smidge more. That first one did really well. Leo. Mix, 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 mix. I might even cut all this out. Who knows? Actually, I like when people do this because then it, you know, you get to learn. All right. So let me put these over here. Okay. And this is pretty liquid. So we might have a shot of using the hair dryer, using it to blow the white paint around, which I have actually, if anybody has been actually watching, I've been actively trying to do that, but it doesn't really like to do that. It's like this version is too thick. Okay, very excited, definitely getting closer. So that makes me very happy. That is probably the most that I've ever been able to blow on a canvas with the white, just the white. Like once I pull the other colors in there, it definitely will allow me to, you know, do the Dutch pour and move the paint around. But for some reason, you know, I probably just because it's just not watery enough, but I don't really want it much more watery. All right, that stick's not working today. So let's turn over to my spatula because I like the way this looks. Cleo, cut it out, man. You're driving me crazy today. She has been sound asleep all day. And then while I was working, and I just took a little break to do this one today because I work into the night with what I do. Can work anytime. And now, of course, she's driving me crazy. Okay. Make sure, because I never clean this off right away, and then it all dries on it. All right. Get some paper towels, because I'm going to need it. Happy, happy, happy so far. I'm happy, happy, happy so far. Let's torch this and get any of the air bubbles out right now. Ooh, lots of air bubbles. A lot of air bubbles. That was actually surprisingly how many. All right, just need to... Okay, how are we gonna do this? Let's go dark. Cleo, cut it out. And I know a lot of people like say to do it here and then spray it here. I kind of like here. I think I'm gonna like rotate over a little bit. Let's try this one. Let's do the hot pink. I'm going to do a little drizzle of black. Okay. Cleo, cut it out. All right, I do think I need, there goes my blow dryer. I need a little yellow. I need just something contrasting. And I have my yellow in here from yesterday. Stop it. Stop it. That I just need something little. I'm going to put a little bit more of the first color. Then I'm going to do the circle of white. Okay. Now, another thing that I do is I try to catch the excess paint, and I use that in a canvas later. So I don't, that's the one thing that I do not like about the acrylic art pouring is how much paint you lose. And I'm gonna lose a lot here. The tiles are easier to tilt it in because I'm probably not gonna tilt a lot of this, but let's see what happens. All right, let's set that weight. And normally I snap some pictures here. Actually, I could probably do it with my iPad. She's alive, I didn't kill her. But I did get the water bottle. So now when she's being bad right here, I can react to her. Okay, so now I'm gonna blow this out, probably come back, and I might go like this. My big thing is having a lot of negative space, so I do want white, absolutely. Okay, so I probably would have done that a couple more times, except I love what is happening here. So I'm gonna just snap some pictures so you guys can see this. The pink looks amazing. I mean, even right here. Right here, it's got some yellow. I mean, this is just beautiful. And I still have white space, so I'm really happy. And we haven't even torched this. And it poured off the sides, so I like that. I'm gonna put some white here. I'm just filling in the parts of the side that didn't drop any color with white. Because I do want paint on the sides. I'm gonna just rotate this because the last thing I want to do is lean over, and then you guys can actually see that a little closer. Oh, wow, I even like it like this. I love art pouring. Love it, love it, absolutely love it, love it, love it. This is crazy. All right, so let's torch this. And see what happens. Oh, I almost just sprayed it with water. Oh, I would have been heartbroken. All right. Did you all guys just go, no? Ah, more bubbles are coming out. More cells, not bubbles, more cells. Actually, more bubbles too. Oh, I love... Oh, I'm so glad that I put the yellow in. Even though the gold has really taken up most of it, I kind of want to do something tilted. There is a lot of paint in the center. Just want to pull this out just a smidge. I think this canvas is not level because the paint keeps, like, I'm afraid when this dries, there's not going to be any paint in some spots there. So I'm going to blow that part. Let me turn this. There we go. All right. Yeah, there's like an indent there, which is frustrating because, I mean, how do you tell that when you first get the canvas? This is brand new. I just, you know, got it. But I am happy. I hope you guys really like what you see here. It is really beautiful. I'm gonna stop filming now and I'm gonna set up for the tiles because I'm gonna use these exact same colors in tiles, and you'll get to see that because I already know what I think I'm gonna do with the colors. So I will see you soon. Bye.